Shout out to a viewer who suggested I check out this video. It's the latest incident of use of force in Jacksonville, Florida. If you remember, in the past couple months, we've talked about Jacksonville, Florida, in the arrest of William McNeil Jr. This time, I want to talk about this incident. We do have cell phone footage and body cam footage. We also have statements from the sheriff, T.K. Waters. We also have a press conference from the suspect, the defendant, and her attorney, her civil rights attorney, Mr. Benjamin Crump. So we're going to check out all this, and I'll give you my perspective as a former law enforcement officer. I spent the majority of my time in patrol. I watched this with a few other people who do not have a history in law enforcement, and I think this will be great conversation to see things that the average citizen may have missed versus someone who has a law enforcement background who was in patrol and encountered situations like this. So let's check this out together. This incident occurred October 7th of 2025, and it was outside of a Jacksonville middle school. And it states, a Jacksonville woman is facing multiple felony charges in a connection with an incident outside a charter school on Tuesday that also led to the arrest of multiple bystanders who Sheriff T.K. Waters said violate Florida's new HALO law. Waters said the arrests are the first for the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office involving the HALO law. The entire encounter was captured on the officer's body camera video and by at least one bystander's cell phone. The cell phone video was circulating widely on social media platforms last week. Waters said that the incident outside the Idea Charter School on Bassett Road in the Riverview area began when Erika McGriff, 39, who was a habitual traffic offender and had her driver's license revoked, parked her car in an intersection and left it running while she was out of the vehicle. This also involves Officer Randy Holton, who was serving at the school as part of the Safe Schools program, approached McGriff to address the situation with the car, and she walked away denying it was her vehicle. The body-worn footage shows McGriff arguing with Holton and saying that she was a passenger in the car and that the driver was in the school. We're going to do this in reverse order. In the news conference with Sheriff T.K. Waters, he started with the officer's body camera first. I'm going to start with the cell phone footage that was uploaded to social media, and we'll check that out first, and then we'll go to the body-worn camera footage. The officer and Miss Erika McGriff, he was hands-on. So it's safe to assume that he was effecting an arrest, and she did not want to go peacefully. So this was a struggle. This is one thing that I encountered a lot in patrol where, someone needs to go to jail, but they don't want to go to jail or be arrested. And then you are in a struggle. It was a moment where I saw where there was an actual duke out fight. She was facing the officer, and the officer countered those attacks. It was not pretty. You can see that it was wet conditions, and this time Jacksonville, Florida did have inclement weather. Shout out to the other incident where you actually see there was rain coming down and the ground was wet. So you have the issues of traction. Skin gets slippery. Not only, you can see it was hot, so skin is slippery, how I describe it at times, and not because it's Florida, but, wrestling with a gator because you're flipping, you're rolling, you're slipping, all this is happening. So I can see that the officer, the two were on their feet, and then it went to ground. Ground fighting is a huge part of sometimes trying to effect an arrest on someone who does not want to voluntarily go. So yeah, the officer used ground fighting techniques that were learned in the academy, open hand control once they got down to the ground with different wrist locks. I heard someone say like she can't breathe or he's choking her out or something like that. I did not see that. I saw hold that I learned in the academy as well, which is to hold someone's arm, you kind of get compliance like this so that, someone can't, get their arms together, and he's holding, until she kind of gasses out, and he's able to gain compliance. You see at the end, it appears as though she followed a command to roll over prone onto her belly and put her hands behind her back. That's what I observed. So let's see what the body worn camera shows.
What is the problem? What are you doing?
I need your license. I need your license.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's your car. I just saw you get out of the car.
Hey, that's not my car.
Okay.
I'm going over here. Please don't. Please. Hey.
You right here with your student?
Hey.
You right here with your student?
This is my
Okay, so as you see, the officer makes a statement to stop. I need your license. And as you see, Miss McGriff is denying that's her car and showing passive resistance by walking away, denying what's going on. You can see she has a juvenile with her as well, and it appears as though she's on the phone, but she's walking away.
Okay, then let's go over here right now. Okay.
I just came to pick up my child.
Okay, that right there, you saw what just happened, right? Aside from all of the verbal back and forth, she took off her shoes. Who takes off their shoes? And she's looking around. We used to call that target glancing, because she's looking for it out to take off running. She's fixing to take off running.
I mean,
you're making a big
please
deal.
don't do this in front of my child, sir. No. Take me to my car, please. I will. You don't have to curse me. I will let him go. Please don't. You embarrassing my baby.
You pull away from me.
I'm not pulling away from you. You got me fucked up.
You cussing in front of my daughter, but you got me fucked up. Don't cuss in front of my daughter.
You pull away from me again. You pull away from me again, you're going to jail. You pull away from me again, you're going to jail. You pull away from me again, you're going to jail.
Come to my baby's school. Come to my baby's school. Please. Call my mama. Please. Call my mama.
I'm about to put you on the ground. I'm about to put you on the ground. I'm about to put you on the ground. Quit pulling away from me. You're going to jail. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Quit pulling away from me.
Just her the way she's acting, and I'm not saying this is what she's doing, but an encounter that I had previously with a woman who I was trying to take into custody. I believe she had an active warrant, and she would not give me her hand. She wanted people to come to us and take things that she had. And one of the things that she had, and she fought myself and another officer who was like, he was a muscular guy. She fought us because she was concealing a smoking device, and that had residue. It had results from the state crime lab revealed that there was crack residue in it, but she would not give us her hand. She wanted to fight and struggle, and it was not pretty at all. So this brings up the memories of that, and the statement that she just made, take my purse, and how she wanted to get away from the vehicle. Yeah, a lot of stuff did not add up. So that's just some insight that I had.
Get off me, Carpet. Get off of me.
So she is duking. She is duking and fighting. She is duking and fighting. Do you see the officer's arm? She bit him. She just bit him. So this is, beyond resisting arrest, because the first charge was her leaving her vehicle. That was a traffic charge. But then, resisting, but also too, she besides the fighting, she bit him. Do you see that? Yeah, she cannot get away. She cannot get away. She has to go to jail. That's how I felt when I was assaulted, trying to effect an arrest. I had to use, the appropriate amount of force to effect that arrest, because I was going to swear out that warrant for assault on me. That is a felony. So.
Help me, sir. Okay, please. Help me, please.
So as you saw, the person had came up. I believe that was her daughter or someone came up and took the cell phone. So all of her property, that's property going to stay with her. So further on in his investigation, there could have been additional things, that that could have been evidence, but people were actively coming around him and picking up things off the ground. It could be something that fell off the officer's duty belt that someone walked up and picked up, so this is why people need to stay away. And then with the officer, his radio mic is flopping around. I've had that happen before where you can't call for help or call for backup because your radio is all over the place. So he's holding what he has. He's giving commands.
Female punch me. And we fall. This is your 1845 Basket Road.
So here's people getting in, but no, you need to stay back. Oh wow, something cracker.
She punched me.
So inciting a riot, people back there yelling stuff, and all this in front of the children. So you see, when she took a blow at the officer, she knocked his hat off.
Mr. Man, she's playing. Put her in the car. Put her in the car. I'm trying. You got 25 feet to get away from me, or you're going with her. I got her. Get in the car. Get in the car.
Damn, you gonna kick me too?
Get in the car and kick you.
I want to take your attention to the press conference that Ms. McGriff did with her attorney, Ben Crump. On October 14th, Erika McGriff stood alongside nationally known civil rights attorney Ben Crump at a press conference in Jacksonville, marking the first time she has spoken publicly since her violent arrest last week. McGriff shared her perspective after the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office released body cam footage of her arrest Friday, which shows Officer Randy Holton yanking her hair and punching her during a takedown to the ground. Meanwhile, Crump and his legal team are discussing what they have uncovered so far in their investigation. So yanking her hair and punching her during a takedown, that's just that one side. These are going to get you like, oh my gosh. So McGriff is facing several charges, including battery on a law enforcement officer, resisting an officer with violence, and operating a motor vehicle while having a revoked driver's license, all third-degree felonies. Crump is aiming to hold JSO accountable for what he describes as an excessive use of force against McGriff, who, according to him, was unarmed and posed no deadly threat. I mean, of course, and no deadly threat. Well, she ain't dead, but she inflicted injury to the officer while getting herself injured, while inflicting emotional distress on the children and parties that had to witness this incident. In a statement, Crump called the footage disturbing, saying it is another example of unnecessary and excessive force used against a Black woman during what should have been a routine encounter. Yeah, it would have been a routine encounter if McGriff had not been driving that day, if she had not left her vehicle running in the intersection, if she had produced a driver's license. And I mean, she knew she was going to jail. If you're a habitual offender, that means you won't stop driving. And then we see McGriff won't stop driving, especially in the rain. So here's the thing. To all the other children and parents and motorists who were in that area, not only was it raining heavily, but McGriff is driving, habitual offender. That means she has no insurance. Okay, that's a danger. She will not stop driving. So yes, this could have been avoided if she stopped driving. No traffic stop is routine. Every traffic stop is individual and unique. No traffic stops ever go exactly the same. Okay, so I hate that term, routine traffic stop. There's no routine traffic stop. Waters stated she violently resisted Officer Holton and eventually punched him repeatedly and bit him with such force that she left a bite impression on his forearm. And so when it comes to this biting and spitting and exchanging blood, as a police officer, that's one of the most nerve-wracking times of your life because, you know, coming onto the department, you've had all types of medical exams and things like that. You know what you don't have, and for some, what you do have. However, when it comes to dealing with random people in the public and things like this happen, when I had it happen to me where I had to await results of the suspect to see if they had anything, I had to do multiple different medical screenings over a course of months and things like that to make sure that I didn't bring anything home. It's very nerve-wracking. And for someone to bite, or spit, or expose you to any of their bodily fluids, break your skin, that's absolutely terrible. That is absolutely terrible. And that deserves a felony. Okay. So Crump's investigation is also focused on a footage where McGriff is heard saying, "I can't breathe," and help more than 20 times while on the ground. That we saw what happened. It's irrelevant. Okay. She duked it out. She was preparing to run. She took her shoes off. She didn't give a damn about her daughter who was right there and her classmates. So now she got to be embarrassed for the rest of the year, knowing that her mama was out there acting a plumb fool. Okay. It's just my commentary. This is my opinion. Okay. I'm just saying what I observed. And in this situation, Jacksonville Sheriff's Office got it right. And the sheriff, TK Waters, he stood behind his officer. And to go along with what has happened in Jacksonville, I have another incident that I want to talk about concerning Jacksonville Sheriff's Office. I might go ahead and change shirts and record that video. But this is the instance where you have officers who are doing their job, who have to face the ugly side of it. But your department has had some bad actors, and you still have to shine amidst all that. So in this situation, Officer Holton got it right. He used just enough force to overcome her resistance to effect the arrest. He will have a permanent scar, forever, which, I have a couple of them myself. You can go and watch the press conference at the church with Benjamin Crump. You'll see William McNeil in the background. In my opinion, that is a bad look for Mr. McNeil. I mean, yes, you have a suit against the city, but you're also attaching yourself to her. She actively, as allegedly, but all this allegedly, fought, resisted, bit Officer Holton, did all this other stuff, habitual offender while driving. She does have her day in court. So we're putting out the civil already. McNeil, citizen to citizen, should have sat this one out. McNeil was at another press conference that I really did not agree with him being there on because, his story, his face and all that, it's being used to push other agendas. That's just my opinion as a citizen, what I see in my commentary. Let me know what you think. We'll continue to follow this, and I'll see you on the next video.